Hello everybody and welcome to another video on Lone Oak Farm. So hopefully this week's is going to be a bit more successful than last week's when the sound didn't work for the microphone. There was no narration, I had to narrate it over the top. I don't really like doing voiceovers, but yes, in the end I had a lot of very positive comments about it, so thank you to everybody who sort of put up with the voiceover. So we are driving a USA style class combine harvester. I'm very cautious of the width of this machine. The wheels are extremely wide, as you can see, and I'm actually using the header trailer from the class DLC because again the header is huge. It's about 45 foot I think, and it's also a draper header, so it is a very nice setup. So we have a field of soybeans to harvest first of all today. Then it's going to be subsoiled. It will probably be a worker that does the subsoiling. I think Chainsaw 100 is going to just go around the headland a few times so the worker can actually manage to do it without crashing. And then we're going to be moving on to another job which we haven't actually decided yet. It's possibly going to be something to do with sugarcane, but we'll have to see. It's Chainsaw 100. And as usual, yes, he is recording as well, so if you want to see a time-lapse video from his perspective, then head over to Chainsaw 100's channel, and it should be there now. I think he usually releases his videos about 15 minutes before mine. But yeah, look at this machine by CNH Modding, as you can see on the side there. I will put the official download link below, which is actually a Facebook page. Or actually, we'll go through another website first, but the download page is a Facebook page. So yes, don't go looking at any other unreputable third-party sites. Now I have decided to fully spec this. The only thing which I haven't done is put a logo on the side, and I also haven't given it a fleet number. We don't really need to have a fleet number because we only have one. I could have put number 1 on it, but then again, yes, it would be pointless because we're not really distinguishing it from anything else. So yeah, it's a very large grain tank. I think it's actually a 25,000 litre grain tank. It's huge, with this extra large hopper. I think there were 3 different options. It is a very big class Lexion 780. USA colouring, or styling, whatever. Here we go. This is the field we're going to be working in. I think we're going to be swapping over halfway through. So Chainsaw will do half the field with the combine, I'll do half, and the same with the carting. I don't know if we're going to be carting straight to a sell point or not. I would imagine that we won't be, but I will just check the price for soybeans first of all. I must make a point of actually making sure it is the right crop type, because I usually look at the wrong one. Okay, this is soybeans here. Okay, the price is actually quite good over at AgriXJS, so yes, that is definitely a consideration. I don't think we'll even need that header trailer again. It was literally just to get the header here in the first place. That's why I've leased it. Now, we actually have quite a few leased machines. But yeah, it was useful. I could never have got it down the road otherwise. So yes, let's just see who's starting it off. We're both going to do 50% either way, but it's not actually here yet anyway, so we might as well make a start. Let's get those beacons switched off. And of course, unfolding it is usually a good idea. It's a good working with. I can't remember if I went for the 40-foot header or the 45-foot. Not sure. But either way, it's definitely big enough. And again, this is a modded header. It's actually the same download page as the combine itself. So yes, all the links are there. They go to different places. But I didn't have any issues with them. But again, I can't be responsible for any viruses you may or may not pick up. Hopefully you won't do. If you're ever in doubt, just click off the page. And definitely always have antivirus software installed. But honestly, to give my honest opinion, if it's not ModHub, then always be cautious. Okay, so there we go. It's a very nice combine harvester. It's done a good job. And like I said, I think it's 25,000 litres, the capacity of that. So that is a lot, but that BSM trailer is also huge. I think that's 70,000 litres. So it's going to take quite a bit to actually fill that. Now that should be working. It is. It's going to be on a worker in a minute. Doing a good job too. Right, and so Chainsaw's just going to jump into there and continue. I think the subsoiler is at the end of here. Yes, it's not working at the moment. I'll just do a tiny bit more before we put it onto a worker. What we usually do is just, you know, go around the headland a few times just so the worker never gets confused. I'm not got GPS set up today because, well, the worker is going to be doing most of it. But GPS was very useful last week, and it will be used many times again in the future. I think 3 times around with this is going to be plenty. There's no reason why it should get so confused that it drives off into a tree. After all, there is only one tree, the lone oak, and well, if you can really drive into the one tree in the area, I guess there is a clump of trees over there, then it really would have succeeded something. Although that brings back memories from my FS19 series where I had a worker following me up that track there, and there was nothing to crash into at all, except for the one lone oak, and it drove straight into it. Amusing times. I forget the episode number. Somebody did refer to it a few weeks ago, and well, I remembered it perfectly. I can remember recalling it. Hilarious. Anyway, yes, let's just get back to the start, and then onto a worker this can go. Looks like I threw a load of chaff back over that. It has been ploughed or subsoiled. It just looks a bit messy, but as soon as I get a drill over it, or whoever's doing it, as soon as we get a drill over it, it will look alright again. Hang on, why am I about to go and subsoil the crop? That would be concerning. Too busy focusing on the piece of chaff. Right, so yeah, chainsaw's now going up and down the field. It does seem to take a little while to fill. It must be because of the extreme grain tank capacity. And of course soybeans, yeah, they don't fill up very quickly. The tank doesn't fill very quickly. If it was wheat or barley or oats, it would be filling up rapidly. In fact, I think somebody would have already gone off to the store or to the sell point to tip a load already. But with canola, soybeans, possibly sunflowers, you don't really fill the combine that quickly. But of course you probably know that by now, either from playing the game or from watching other YouTubers. Or even me, although hard to believe. Anyway, yes, let's just set this off on a worker. And we'll see how it gets on. It might miss a bit to begin with, possibly. We'll soon find out. That's nice, the worker put the little wings out. The side markers. Actually, I think that is following that line spot on. Yeah, very good. Okay, so it was, yeah, 24,574. The tank wasn't totally full. It looks to be sinking in. We are driving in a ploughed field after all. As I said, it is a subsoiler, but it's acting as a plough. So I'm going to prepare myself to sell a load, because, yes, I don't think that whole field is going to fit into here. I'm sure it's not going to. So yeah, I'll empty on the way back, but I think just as we're waiting, let's go and check up on this soybean and to make sure that the crop is actually growing. Crop growth is on slow. We'll just put it to normal. We do want to have a normal growth, otherwise not much is going to be achieved. Oh, and the time is currently at real time. Yeah, so that is the sugar cane. Hopefully it grows fairly quickly. Will be good to harvest that next week. It could probably do with an application of fertiliser, but I doubt it's ready. I think it would have to have at least one more growth stage update, just to progress a bit. Well, the John Deere's cracking on, doing a good job. All I have to do is wait for the combine, which I would imagine is going to be 5 more minutes. It took 10 minutes to fill last time, so we're about halfway through. Let's play the waiting game. Here's the above view, and you can see already it's munched through that field incredibly quickly. So actually looking at it, I think it is all going to fit into the trailer, because even when this combine's full, that's going to be close to 50,000 litres in the trailer. The trailer can take 70,000 litres, and yes, that is not going to be another full tank, I wouldn't have thought. So yes, it is all going to go into the one trailer load. It's all very impressive stuff. Oh, I've parked in the way. The one thing which could have been in the way. Yes, I have managed to put that one thing there. Oops. Right, okay, that's better. So yeah, I don't know how full that is. You can see in the top, it's getting there, it's about 75% full, 80%. It might be worth unloading going down. Yes, okay. So this is probably going to get the trailer to about 40 to 45,000 litres. I have opted for quite a big header, so the auger isn't really long enough. It is long enough, but only just. It's a good setup. I think this would be a very good combine to keep on the farm. I did consider the Lexion 8900 from the Class DLC, but I think it was just a bit too European, so I went for this instead. Right, so almost there. It's 44,000 litres, and that's where we leave it. So yeah, it's not even 2/3 full. That means that we are going to be able to very comfortably fit the rest of it in. So I'm just going to wait for it to be completed. Right then, so that is the harvest completed. It looks very different from above, very different. But yes, it's all sorted, everything's finished. So let's go and sell this load. Hopefully the price has increased even more. It should have done, because I did see the price was increasing. So yeah, let's just take a look on this page. Best price currently, 2818. Still over at Agri XJS, which I think is over in that direction, if I'm not mistaken. No, I am mistaken. It's next to the biogas plant. Okay, good. Let's go. So yes, we don't have a header trailer anymore, but we just don't need one. It can stay attached. All the fields here are accessible without the use of a trailer. It's a good load though. 58,000 litres, almost 59,000. That's going to come to a fairly substantial figure. Something that we really could do with though, because it has been very expensive changing the combine. It's not a cheap combine, so it's about 480,000 including the header. So yeah, quite expensive. Whenever I've played on this map before, I've never actually owned any of these fields here. It would be nice, especially those on the right hand side. I think we'll definitely consider those for a future video whenever we have the money, which actually shouldn't be too long, because I know that sugarcane can bring in quite a bit of money. You get so much of it, and well, we're going to make quite a bit of money in a minute anyway. Come on, keep moving. Right, let's take a look at this money. Well, it's rocketing up. Oh no, it's going to be too tall. It's going to crash through the ceiling, through the roof. There we go. Just about cleared it. Well, it was 44,552 plus whatever the remaining amount was, which was something large. Wow, this is very impressive from one field. 121.27. So it was about 160,000, was it, I think? Roughly. 165,000. Very good stuff. Now all the wheat from, I think, the first episode hasn't been sold yet, so we actually have loads and loads of wheat in storage, possibly 2 full trailer loads. I don't know the exact figure, but it is going to be a lot of money when we sell it at the right price. So that means that we're never really going to meet any kind of money problems. We're always going to have the assets there, the product there to sell, which is nice. Very nice. So we are going to need some big money soon because we need to get all of the sugarcane harvesting equipment. I don't think we're actually going to buy it though. I think it would be foolish to buy the harvester itself, but we'll probably buy a trailer because there is so much sugarcane that comes off it. We'll probably lease one as well. So wheat first, by the look of it. Yep, Chainsaw's going to do the wheat selling. Oh, crikey, it's Chainsaw. Oh, he's taking my pickup. Okay, I think he's swapping over. He's going to take the lorry. I'm going to take that over to the store, fill it up with more seed, more fertiliser. Then we'll be ready to do the drilling, because there's actually another half a field over there. The sugarcane field hasn't yet been drilled on the other side, so I don't know what we're going to put in. Probably something like soybeans, but that is going to have to be done. Also, this is probably worth unloading here, I would say. That is moving without him being in it. That is quite something. He's run himself over. Hang on, he's cloned himself. Oh. Well, you are going to keep fit doing that. Keep at it. It's amusing to see. It's wearing me out just looking at him. He actually does have a collision too. I've seen this glitch before many times. I think, yes, it would be best to unload that first. Because we already do have some fertiliser over here. Let's just hope the clone's chainsaw doesn't get in the way too much. In fact, he's in a really bad place there. Wouldn't be so much of a problem if he didn't have a collision, but anyway. Let's get this unloaded. Okay. And yes, better not run him over. This is our temporary sort of seed and fertiliser refill point. When we spin the seed drill around in a minute, we'll just be able to hopefully get all of these consumed. At least that would be the plan. And yeah, it looks like we do actually have quite a bit of seed, but I will get some more, and I will get some more fertiliser. We'll keep it on the trailer, which is there for when we need it. And we do have the other Manitou over at the store, which is good. Makes it nice and easy to get things loaded up at that end. So we'll head off. Is this the first time I've driven this? It might be. The fifth wheel pickup and trailer. I might have driven it last week, not too sure. It's got very chunky back wheels. Oh, it's a double wheel pickup. Something you would probably never see in the UK. I really don't know how many to buy, but we're always going to need fertiliser and seed. I mean, we actually do have a crate of sugarcane there as well. So let's just get these bought. In fact, I'll get the pallets of seed. I'll get 3 of those. It does consume them very quickly. And I will also get... We do have quite a few of these. I'll get 4 of these. And if it looks like we need more, I can always get more. Let's get it loaded up. That's everything on board. Can we strap this? Maybe you can't strap this. Doesn't really matter if you can't do, because I think they're going to sit there fine. There might be a way of strapping it, but except for the crate on the back, everything should just sit where they are now. Let's just get that crate to move a bit further forward. There we go. Right. Time for a steady journey back. I didn't realise there were some bags there, but there are. Well, they seem to have stayed roughly where I put them. They have been moving, I've seen them shifting about, but they are all here, which is the most important thing. It's where the combine can live. And yeah, these can just stay on the trailer, they don't need to be taken off, as I've said before. So we'll just park it over here. We don't want to block the hopper. Hang on, why do we have a header trailer? That must be for the old combine. That needs to be sold. Oh no. Braked a little bit too hard there. Well, it's another £6,642 in, and well, I don't know if you noticed, but when I was doing the time lapse there, Chainsaw was selling the wheat, and we now have £348,000. But I think that is everything. I think we don't have anything left in storage. No. That's pretty good. Okay, so I'm just going to very quickly put the Challenger onto the drill, just so I can get it all refilled. This isn't necessarily the tractor that's going to be running the drill, though. We might put the John Deere on the drill behind. Okay, so first things first. Oh, don't push it over, please. I wasn't expecting it to go so far out. Well, I guess that's a good way of storing everything much further in. Anyway, that's filling it up with seed. And then I just need to transfer that over to the fertiliser, which I would hope is that one there. Yes, and that should also clear up that pallet that's been knocked over. Good. Things are working well. And like I say, it doesn't really matter what crop we put in. I think we'll probably be putting in canola. Well, canola's fine. Yeah, because the other field which we have is canola. We can now fold that up. There we go. And yes, I was going to leave everything on the trailer, but as it turns out, it is just looking far too messy now. So I'm not looking for perfection or anything. It's just, yeah, that didn't really work well. So I will just get the telehandler and very quickly sort things out and make it all look neat. Should be fine there. Okay. So as it turns out, we actually need a planter for the first field, which is going to be sunflowers. I'm thinking that the other half of the other field will be canola, but as it turns out, if we do have enough seed left in here, which we probably will do, then it might as well be sunflowers as well. So I'll probably put the other drill back away. This is easy anyway. I don't have to stack stuff. I just have to lift it up into the air and it magically disappears. Fertiliser doesn't take okay. So that's probably almost enough. Or was it 36% for one? In that case, it is going to take quite a bit more. Oops. Hang on. Yes, I am much better at using the forklift. Much easier to load it up. There we go. It's got very big capacity. There we go. Okay, now I can tidy things up. Well, there we go. It's neater. I did say it was going to be neater. So yes, as we have now established, Chainsaw is going to drill that field, 41, with sunflowers. I'm going to do the rest of 40 with the Challenger, and that is going to be most likely canola. So if I just put this here, the drill is ready to go. Put this over here as well. Let's get it hitched on, and very quickly get everything finished. Yeah, the good thing about it is I can also put the fertiliser on at the same time. So this big drill is huge. It really won't take long to do. It's going to be a nice, easy job. I think next week we're probably going to get a new tractor. And when I say new, it won't necessarily be new out the factory. It could well be an older tractor, but just a new one to the farm. It would be nice to have some more variety. Yep, so canola is the crop we're going for. The only thing I need to be careful with here is making sure I do not drill over the sugarcane, because that would be messy. The sugarcane comes up to here, so we do need to have a natural division. I don't want to be going right up to it. Just leave a meter or something. Okay, that should do nicely. Keep it going at that, and it should be good. Almost finished, and I regret not using GPS. I should have enabled it, but yes, I thought I could do it without it, but with these tracked tractors and such a large drill, it is very difficult to stay in a straight line. So next time I'll definitely be putting GPS on. I could just about see the other drill over there. Only the drill was picking up, the tractor was not showing. But yeah, almost finished. And that'll be a field of canola. Probably ready to harvest at the same time as the field over there, near the lone oak. There's the drill again, just the drill showing up on the screen. Oh, there's the tractor, just come into view. I wish the draw distance was a bit further. I don't know if you can adjust it. And there we go. Finished. So I'll fold that up and take it back over to the yard. Looks like the sunflower field is almost finished as well. That's pretty good. That's 2 fields drilled at the end of the episode. So I'm just going to put this away over here. We'll put it in the usual place for drills, which is just on that piece of grass. And I'm going to leave it here for this week. Next week there's going to be plenty more stuff to do. I'm hoping there will be a bit of progress with the sugarcane, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, yeah, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, see you again soon. Bye for now.